Alright guys, 2.2 multiplying polynomials. Again, a review from grade 9 and 10. Okay, so number 1, expand and simplify. Okay, so when you're expanding, we are multiplying and we use distributive property. So we do 2 times x, 2 times 4. Remember, you multiply the coefficients together and you multiply the variables. When you're multiplying the variables, make sure you add the exponents. So 2x times x is 2x squared, because they both have a power of 1. And then 2x times 4 is 8x. Okay, and at this step, if you have like terms, simplify them. But in this case, we do not, so that is it. Next one, so we have 2 binomials. So some of you guys have learned the term FOIL. So it's just double distribution. So take the first term, x, multiply to both terms in the second bracket. And then we take the second term in the first bracket and multiply to both terms in the second bracket. So x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 1 is x. 3 times 2x is 6x. And 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, again, we look for like terms. So we have these two terms here that have both x's with a power of 1. So we're going to simplify them. So 2x squared, x plus 6x is 7x plus 3. Okay, let's see now. Now we're increasing it one more. So we have a third bracket. Okay, so we're just going to ignore the third bracket for now. So we'll just deal with the first one. So we're going to do the same thing, the FOIL, or the double distribution for the first one. So x times 4, 1 times x, 1 times 4. So we get x squared plus 4x plus x plus 4. And then we're going to carry down the third bracket. Once again, we're going to simplify like terms. One sec. Excuse me. Okay, so we have x squared plus 5x plus 4 times x minus 3. Okay, so we expanded the first two brackets. Now we have to do the last one. So we're going to do the same thing, but now we take each of these terms and multiply it to the first. So x squared, to the second. X squared times x squared times negative 3, 5x times x, 5x times negative 3. And then we do the other last term as well. 4 times x, 4 times negative 3. So we get x cubed squared, and a power of 1 is x cubed, minus 3x squared. 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Okay, like terms, we only have two we have like terms here. So we have the x squares, and we have our x's. So x to the power of 3 plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 12. Okay, now our last question. Okay, so does this equation equal this one? And use two methods. So we're going to say the same thing as the section 2.1. The two methods, one we're going to expand and simplify, and the second one is to substitute some values in. Okay, so let's expand this one. So we have 3x plus 4y plus 5z. Okay, remember a power 2 in the bracket means to do the bracket twice. So 3x plus 4y plus 5z. So we expanded it. And now we're going to distribute. So 3x goes to all the terms in the second bracket, the 4y as well, and then the 5z as well. So we have 3x times all these 3, 4y times all these 3, and 5z times all these 3. Okay, so we should have 9 terms. So 9x squared plus 12xy plus 15xz plus 12xy, and as I'm multiplying, I'm putting them in alphabetical order within each term, plus 16y squared plus 25z squared. Okay, and then we have the last one, which is 15xz plus 20yz and 25z squared. Okay, so just gonna zoom out a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in alphabetical order. So this is my only x squared. Okay, so I'm looking for any other xy's. So 12xy here, and then I have a 12xy here. And those two, so 24xy, 15xz, any other xz, another 15xz, so 30xz. Those are all my x's, now my y's, 16y squared. Any other y's? Nope. I feel like I did something wrong here. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. So 9x squared, 12xy, 15xz, 12xy, 16y squared. This should have been 20yz. So 20 and 20 is 40. And lastly, we have our 25z squared. Okay, so I have in order as x's, y's, and then our z. Okay, so that's the first method. So this, when I expand it, it does not equal this one, so it's not equivalent. Okay, the last method is to substitute a number in. Again, try to avoid 0, 1, and 2. So what I'm going to do is actually substitute 5 into all of them. So let's do the first one. So 3 times 5. So method number 2. So number 1, number 2, plus 4. And it's okay to substitute the same number into each letter. If you want to change it, you can. So I have 15 plus 20 plus 25, which gives me 60 squared, which is 3,600. Okay, now I'm going to plug in 5 into the next ones. So 25 times 9 is 225. 25 times 16 is 400. And 25 times 25. Ooh, I don't know that one. 625. When I add them all together, I get 250. Okay, so looking at the two numbers, they are not equal. So that disproved it once again that these are not equal. Okay, that is it for the lesson. Homework, so double check. So page 95, 1 to 3, 5 ACE, 6 ACE, and 11 AB.